It being a little after 7 PM on March 20th, 2024, let's open the Kingston Zoning Board of Appeals. I'll make a motion. Anybody second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Very good. First on the agenda is Summer Hill Limited Partnership, 160 Summer Street. Hold on, you gotta go up there. Elaine, please take it away.
Public hearing will be held at the Town Hall, 26 Evergreen Street, room 200 on Wednesday, February 7th at 7:05 PM. Applicant Summer Hill Limited Partnership located at 160 Summer Street must seek a variance from the Zoning Board of Appeals per section 10.4.b, powers subsection number 3 of the Kingston zoning bylaw in order to install signage in excess of the allowances for size and numbers of signs as described in ZBL section 9.4.d, proposed parking and building changes planned by Associated Engineers of Plymouth. Signage by Brenner Signs. I'll make a motion to open the hearing.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Very good. All right, take it away.
So we are just looking, Carrie from Brenner
Can I-
Signs, by the way.
Okay, there you go.
Garoppolo. We're just looking to add a light box at the bottom of the actual pylon that's 96 by 26. Just 4 spots for future tenants or whatever they may have.
Is the mic on?
Sorry, hit the push button in the middle. You'll see green dot come on.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
All right, good.
Yeah, you're good.
So you want to add a 96 by 26 inch lit box on the bottom?
Yes.
So here's a question before I even ask Jason to come in. We have the building inspector that gave you did he deny it or just put it for review?
I think you just put it for review. I'm not actually sure.
I think he denied it.
He denied it.
He denied it.
Did he?
So the question is, you guys are asking to, I guess in theory, you're supposed to be coming in front of us for a variance. Because this sign is at capacity for this spot. If anything, there's actually too many signs out
Yeah,
front of
they
this.
are.
What?
They're coming for a variance.
Oh, it doesn't say it on my ticket.
It says it on the
It said
notice.
It said review.
Yeah, seeking a
Yeah,
variance.
review, refusal.
Refusal of Board of Selectmen Building Inspector to grant.
Oh, wrong checkbox, but on the
Oh,
notice,
on the notice public
it
hearing,
says
okay.
variance.
Sorry.
Did I take yours? Oh, no, you have it.
So Jason, you there?
I am, yeah, my video's not working, but I'm here.
Very good. Do you want to, just so the public, since you're really good at explaining it faster than I can, are they actually, they are seeking a variance for sure?
Yeah, absolutely. When I look at the bylaw for what the, commercial district, which is what the plaza is in, allows, it only realistically allows 36 square feet on that pylon sign. It allows for other signs along the building, storefronts, which exist. And if the store came and, asked for a swap out, one team and one left, then we'd give them signage equivalent to what the store does allow for. In this case, it's the freestanding pylon sign, and they want it, it's full, it's entirely full, to its capacity, and they want to add additional signs to that. So it's certainly more impactful from the street, you can see what it is, and in this case, I think they are talking about something that's illuminated.
On top of that, they have another stand-free sign out front, and was that allowed through a variance?
I think there's like an A-frame style sign that maybe is for the lease.
Or something like that?
There's a lease sign out just behind this sign, and then behind that sign is the ice cream open sign, which is on like studs. And then behind that sign, there's another freestanding sign that just doesn't say Stop and Shop and Pharmacy. It just does the lower 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14. Did we allow that?
Yeah, that's a great question. There's a lot of signage that has a tendency to creep over time, and I think that's why I suggested have them file this variance so that there can be some clarity to what's actually on the site, what was allowed, and what you guys want to allow, because I think it's really hit its limits, in my opinion. That's why I sent them for a variance.
All right. Are you aware of that second freestanding signage that's there?
The smaller one?
It looks almost exactly like this. It's just missing from the pharmacy up, but it's a little farther down the road.
Yeah, I do know of that one. I'm not sure, this was way done before I was even there, so
No, I
I'm not
figured.
sure how that,
But I guess what I'm stating is it's still part of your variance, because the whole property is the whole variance
Yeah.
in per se. So,
so even though we're not putting signage on that, it would be part of it?
yeah, so in theory, the two signs are probably already over capacity, already broken the variance to begin with.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how this got out of the box to begin with, or just no one noticed it.
Right,
And even then, there's multiple signs on the grass. I understand the real estate one, that one, whatever. Then there's the ice cream one.
yep.
I don't know where the board wants to go with this, because if they're already at capacity on the one sign here, and they're asking for more on that sign, and then on top of it, they already have another freestanding sign, which is, if you look on the site map, it should be closer down the hill. Where are you? Yeah, it's like, second row, probably directly across from the old Blockbuster. You don't notice it till you drive by.
Dating yourself.
I know. Sorry about that.
I never noticed it.
I never noticed it today, till today. Literally never noticed it. Drove by, I was like, oh, whoa. Never noticed those signs. It just says the same, it's just the smaller ones. It has no stop and shop on it. If this picture was literally 2 degrees to the right, you would pick it up.
Do we know if it was permitted?
That's what I asked Jason on
Here it
it.
had to have been. I'm sure if Brenner Signs did it, it was permitted. I mean,
Oh, yeah, I don't even know if you guys did it, you know what I mean? But it would be picked up, we would have a permit for it.
Right,
In other words, I asked today for your variance, because, so this sign cluster itself, without your piece on it,
yep,
is at the variance capacity.
correct,
So any more signage on that street would require a variance.
yep,
So that, which would ask you to come back here to modify your variance.
okay,
There's no variance, so, or no one got his paperwork. So that's what I'm stuck in a weird position, so I'll ask the board what their feelings, do we, instead of denying you off the bat, but then we have so many other meetings down the road. What's your feeling on this? Kevin, I'll start with you.
Well, the site plan doesn't even show this sign on this site plan, the exact location, but I know it's along the grass there, right on the main road. And then you're saying that there's another one, so it's way over the capacity now.
Yeah, they're correct. You don't even have it on the site plan.
Yeah, so, I mean, that should be specified so that we get exactly which sign we're talking about.
Yeah, I think what he's saying, so even though you gave a good site plan,
yep,
there's no position of the sign. So basically, in this variance, if it does get approved, we have to have the sign on the site
on
plan
the
showing
site plan,
all signs. That way, basically, when we put this in the file, anything that changes, we just go, nope, this is what we allowed. And there's nothing here.
oh, I see, they didn't put it on here, all right,
Well, yeah, I'm just guessing the site plan doesn't, and like I said, you have a sign, if you're looking at it, more, I guess across from the American Red Cross, there's a sign, freestanding sign right there.
that's the one that's almost the same as the bigger pylon, right?
It's like I said, it's just missing
little.
it's missing the top cut off of it. It's
Yeah.
just, and it's a little lower down, so it's very, somewhat discreet. Like I said, I didn't catch it till today when I went to go look at this sign. And,
Is it going down the hill? Or coming
yeah,
up the hill?
not down the hill. Yeah,
That
when
way
you come
down.
up the hill, it's on the right.
Oh,
And the only reason I noticed it is because you have the ice cream preschool sign there, you have the real estate sign there, you have all these signs kicking out front, which are supposed to be temporary signs.
Yep,
Which I know is another question that was arise today, how long does this temporary sign allowed to stay out front, temporary? I said I don't have an answer to that. So, Doug, I don't know where we wanna go with this.
You know, I thought this would be simple,
Me too.
but it's the reason we're here. the way it is now, how, you know, it's at max, and the map, it's a shame it's not showing the sign. I think they have to come back. That's all I got.
All right. Lane?
I'll agree with Doug and you.
Marcia?
Yeah, I think you need to have an accurate site plan showing all the signage,
Okay,
and whether it's permitted or not.
Yep.
It's part of some master permit.
absolutely.
Otherwise, I don't really have a problem with it.
Okay.
Whether you're at, do you have people to put on in the slots?
Right now, it's just going up as blank, so they do not have anybody yet.
Okay. Are there vacancies in the mall?
I'm not sure, I could find out.
Blockbuster. The only one.
I mean, I don't know if he did it for future tenants, but I know that they are gonna leave it blank for now. And I do understand that it has to be on the site plan. I didn't actually put the permit in
No.
myself, so I get that.
Yeah, that's it, that's,
Okay.
Now, why lit up on that one and not the rest of the sign? Seems kind of odd.
That's a good question too, I'll have to ask that.
And then,
Is that whole pylon's not lit?
I don't think so.
I thought it lit up.
Maybe the Stop and Shop. Maybe I'll look tonight. I don't know.
I'm going back that way, so I can take a look too.
And to be truthful, to get a variance, you're gonna need some sort of hardship.
Okay?
There's gotta be a reason why we should, I guess for lack of better words, break this law, which is a variance.
Yep.
To allow you specifically, not you, but the building, you're okay to go bigger than the rest.
Okay?
In other words, why should we open Pandora's box for this specific spot?
Okay?
Because if not, then anybody could do the same thing.
I think finding out if it's gonna stay blank would be helpful too,
Absolutely.
with the hardship.
With the hardship, is what he's
Okay.
saying. So, a better site plan showing not just this sign,
Yeah.
any sign you want to be permanent, because when you give this variance and we allow this sign to happen,
Yep.
and that other sign's on there and we don't allow it, it's gonna have to get cut down.
Okay?
And square footage of that sign also, and this sign,
Okay?
because you're only allowed by the town 36 square feet.
Okay?
Anything over requires the variance,
All right.
all right?
Yep.
And then, like Lane said, why is it a lit up sign, or why is it gonna be blank for the time being? You have to make your hardship reason. You can't just be
Absolutely.
like, we feel like filling it, someday it might get full, someday it might not.
Yep, I understand that.
Kevin, anything else?
That's all. I mean, it is a business over there, but we gotta have a correct site plan and a reason to grant it.
Yep, I understand.
Doug?
I can get that done.
Lane?
Nothing.
Marcia?
nothing.
I can make a motion to continue this to the May meeting,
May? What do we got?
because we're not
May
meeting.
1st?
April,
No,
Does that work?
second April,
we're not meeting.
yeah.
May 1st, we have 60 Country Club Way at 7. And then May, the 15th, we have Walking Road at 7.
Of course you won't be here in person.
Well, I'm not on that.
And they kicked me off, now they want me back. I'm done.
You can go May 1st, it'll be a long night for you. There's one in front of you that's really long, I could probably shoehorn you in really quick if you have everything correct.
Okay?
Do you want me to put her first on the agenda?
You can't do that, 'cause you already set the 7 o'clock. Or you can be, what's the next one after that in May?
That's all we have right now.
Yeah, but we can take
You can
her
make the
at
decision.
7:05.
Oh, yeah, we can do it when we
Yeah.
get up to the meeting, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
we can't put it on the agenda, we
Yeah.
already put down 7 o'clock. And then 2 weeks
But if it's
from,
a variance, I mean, it might,
take a little longer,
yeah, I don't know.
that's my only fear.
Yeah. 2 weeks later, we have Wapping Road at 7.
Geez, isn't that bad? What do you want? Either way, you're either behind a really contested one, or you're behind a 40B.
I'll do the first.
May
That's fine.
1st?
Okay?
Motion to continue to what, May 1st at 7:05? Can I get a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Very good. Let's keep those meetings packed.
Excellent.
Want me to read the next one?
Am I all set?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much.
you.
Thank you, you too.
Next on the agenda is applicant Mr. Coward of Motor World Power Sports. Lane, take it away.
Public hearing will be held at the Town Hall, 26 Evergreen Street, room 200, on Wednesday, March 20th, 2024, at 7:05. Michael Coward of World Power Sports must seek a special permit from the Zoning Board of Appeals per section 5.1, Table of Uses and Site Plan Review from the Planning Board in order to operate a recreational vehicle sales and service business at 56 Main Street. I'll make a motion to open the hearing.
Okay, a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Very good. Take it away.
Hello, everyone. My name is Michael Coward. I'm the owner of Motor World Power Sports Corporation. We are here today for the proposal of Motor World Power Sports to lease a portion of 56 Main Street to operate business. Motor World Power Sports is a power sports / recreational use dealer in the market of sales, service, and rentals. The proposed use of the property will require, as you said, a site plan review and a special permit from the Zoning Board of Appeals. At a regular scheduled meeting on the Planning Board of March 11th, 2024, the Planning Board voted 4-0 to conditionally approve the site plan. We have met those prior to issuance of occupancy permit conditions. The conditions were shared with you, I believe, by the Planning Board, but if not, I have them here in front of me and I can read them off to you. Now to you.
We have,
Okay.
What are you gonna be doing there?
So we are going to be dealing with sales, service, and rentals of power sports and recreational vehicles.
And what is that? What is that?
Power sports and recreational vehicles?
Yeah, what the heck?
So
are
I
you-
can explain some of it like this. So some examples of that would be like a low-speed vehicle. If you don't know what that is,
Nope,
it's a
I don't.
variation of a golf cart. So pretty much just golf carts, mopeds, scooters, motorbikes, Surons, Stark Futures, things of that nature.
Battery fuel?
Both.
Both. Are you storing fuel on the, well, it doesn't really matter, because it's the tires, it's right
No.
there. How are you stocking this? Are you putting like a lot, are you putting like 2 scooters on it? 5 motorbikes?
Are you talking about for like a display kind of thing?
Display / how are you?
Yeah, so on the plan, we
Like-
showed some display out front above the, like you could say, the big window out front, the front office building.
Okay.
Some display inside, and just displaying a couple vehicles out front.
What's your total capacity you're thinking of holding? I guess is the question I'm trying to get at.
For units,
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to say. I mean, there's a lot of different variations of sizes of things we hold and carry. I mean, for instance, we have parts and things like that. It's not something you can really put a finger on.
I get that. What, so you guys are in the existing, you're in the back building, or you're in the front building?
Both. So we're going to occupy the garage in the back building and occupy that front office space in the front building.
Oh, okay. I thought you were only in one building. So I'm guessing the front one's more of storefront, and then the back one's more of maintenance and
Yeah.
assembly? So the only thing that came to my attention as reading stuff is the Conservation Commission, but that can be something, I mean, if need be, we can make that a condition. As, well, you're not the building owner, you're aware of this letter that was given? You did? Do you have, what'd they say? Oh, you have to step up the mic, just so, say your name and who you are.
Jacob Barnes, owner of, co-owner of 56 Main Street. Yeah, we spoke to Conservation today. It was a brief conversation. Basically, he said, contingent upon the findings tonight, you know, basically he's like, we'll have the conversation after the ZBA's, finding. So.
What is he just saying? Just keep everything as far away as you can?
He was saying that there were.
Like parking and
Yeah,
vehicles or?
so the property has been the same in the last, I mean, anyone that's lived in Kingston knows it's been the same for 50, 60 years. He had concerns about wetlands in the back, the proximity of the wetlands in the back, which were shown on some map, but it's, like I said, it's been like that it's been the same use for, I mean, certainly since we've bought the property. You know, we bought the property with the back foundation in place. They got, you know, they got the permit for that foundation. The previous owners got the permit for the foundation. We bought the property with the foundation in place and built the garage on it. So it's been through conservation, you know, a number of times in the last 8 years. So I don't understand why it's become an issue now, because it's already come across their desk. I mean, we wouldn't have bought the property if they put conditions that we couldn't do what we basically did. And so I just, you know, I don't understand why it's an issue right now, but
And the
I
back
guess
and the back is all gravel?
yeah, it's been a gravel parking lot since we bought it back in 2018.
Adam Harrington, co-owner of 56 Main Street. The other part, in talking with the conservation, I guess he doesn't have any permit record of the building even being built back there, et cetera, which we obviously went through the whole process.
Yeah, we have.
We have a permit, all the final sign-offs, et cetera. So it was, we can provide that too as well, but it was always the same intent, so to speak.
Yeah, I guess what we're getting at is there's no like real increase of use. If anything, it's a less of a use. It's just a different use. I think the only reason why we're up here is because they put Michael in like the automotive category of the bylaw. So otherwise, I don't think this would have been an issue at all.
Jason, you still there?
Yep, I'm here, yes.
Anything other than conservation really stick out?
No, I think the planning board did a good job at looking at the site, which is really probably the most impact, you know, from this kind of a use. I know they talked about storage materials and things like that, so I'd say you might want to look closely at where they're storing their, you know, inventory. And the Conservation Commission issues could impact the site plan as shown, and so I'd say that if it could be a condition written in, if the board chooses to approve tonight, that says something of the sort, that if the Conservation Commission has a finding that alters the site plan, that the applicant would return to the board and through site plan with whatever revisions are created. Because we just don't know at this point whether there's any implication from conservation or not.
Fair enough. Kevin, any questions?
I know this site. This used to be a hotel.
Yeah, exactly. There were
Okay,
a bunch
years
of,
ago.
Oh my God, that's right.
Really?
I forgot. Just dawned on me, that's right.
Yeah.
I do remember
Yeah.
out back now.
So that was there, that was
Oh
a
my God.
paved parking lot back there. The garage on the right-hand side, you go in, there was an
Yeah.
old one there, you tore it down, built another one, and then there was another building that was right behind
Yeah,
the
they went down the-
existing
they went
front.
down
yeah,
the
there was a
sides.
bunch
They
of
went down
little
the
like
sides all the
cottages
way-
in the back there,
Right.
going all the way
Woods.
back
Yeah.
further than where we're talking about.
It's always been a commercial.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know.
I knew something in my brain was saying something's off here. You're right, you went all the way down the side, it was like motels.
Yeah,
Yep.
all down the left-hand side.
Yeah. I just, you know, conservation's gonna throw you some stuff and
Yeah.
I just think we're gonna have
Well,
to.
I guess what I kind of want to propose, like, if there's an issue with conservation, what I'd like to propose to you guys is like, just to kind of get Michael underway, because we've been dealing with this for months and months and months now, so we're all kind of like putting money into this. I think that more than we really kind of anticipating, but it's, the impact on the conservation end isn't gonna be any more than what it was. So if we could get him, you know, if we can get underway, and if we have to do some kind of wetlands, I mean, we have another like acre behind us. If we have to do some kind of wetlands relocation thing or something like that, like down the line, we have the room to do that, you know, if need be, but, we just kind of want to put this on wraps and get him underway and both making some,
Yeah, reading what conservation said about continuing, I was in favor of that, just because I'd hate for your inventory to get wet. But with the owners here, I've got to say, the improvements you've made in that building in the last several years,
Yes.
it's an attractive piece of property.
We appreciate that.
Or you can condition it and just, you know, you can just add it as a condition that says, please
If the
work
board,
with,
if the board wants to condition it, I'm on board for that.
you know, or, I mean, or just, I mean, that's, to me, just say, work with conservation, or, I mean, now coming to light in my head, I forgot that it was a hotel that already went way into the back 20
Yeah.
years ago.
Right,
With paved, so paved into the back,
Yeah.
with a building
yeah,
into the
we've
marsh.
actually improved it in, you know, in
Um,
essence.
Are we basically overdoing it, or should we condition it and say, please take some recommendations from them? I don't know.
I mean, like I said, we're not impacting anything any more than what it's been in the last.
What was there
6 years.
before?
Yeah, it's,
What was it, what did you have in his building prior? What was
so
going on?
before, there was a cabinet, kitchen showroom, so they had, you know, it was sales, it was a, you know, it was a,
It was a showroom for
Yeah.
kitchen cabinetry, and then in the garage space, it was a millwork shop.
so.
That was
you know.
the two
So
spaces.
there was already a millwork
Yeah.
shop in there.
Yeah,
that was-
so
that
they're getting
wasn't-
deliveries from plywood, the only reason why we're here is because we fell into the bylaw for automotive.
Okay.
was a
Otherwise, it
bakery
would have been a non-issue.
Before that, yeah, it was a
You
little
know,
tea shop before that. Yeah.
Because you're gonna be doing repairs, so, you know what I mean, you're gonna have gasoline and stuff like that. You gonna be selling new carts and stuff?
Yeah, we
Okay.
carry Evolution, a brand new card line.
So when the trailers come in to make a delivery, is enough room in the front or so that they can pull in off
Yeah, we went through all
Gresham?
that in planning.
Went through that in site plan.
Yeah.
You can actually drive around the whole building, fire department was out there, they're fine with the radius and everything, so
Okay.
flatbed can get through that.
Yeah,
no
we've been
problem.
through planning, fire department.
Yeah, we did that with them.
Yeah, I saw the letters were in there.
Yeah.
Lane,
You're gonna have display, how much are you gonna have out front? Where are they gonna be in the back? Like,
So
what
we're looking to
is?
stay within the bylaw, nothing crazy at all, just like I said, there are different shapes and sizes, like little scooters, golf carts, things and such forth. And it's shown on that, plan you have, just like in front of the window and stuff.
Nothing's on actually the paved part, everything's up on like the
It's shown on the plan.
elevated like patio. So
And
it's not
then-
gonna impact traffic or anything.
I mean, the traffic there is pretty bad.
Yeah, it's pretty tight, yeah. But,
So
so that's
that's
why
what
we're
I'm-
keeping everything off the basically parking lot.
And I will explain too, majority of our clients are online clients. Most clients don't wanna come in store and look at everything, cause they don't have the means of transportation anyways. They do their kind of whole process online, as you could expect, because people buy a golf cart or something. Most people don't have a trailer or a truck to transport it, so it's typically an online process or appointment by appointment basis.
Are you in business now?
I am,
Where?
Taunton, Massachusetts. I'm in multiple different businesses.
Good for you.
Thank you.
How long you been in business?
4 years.
I don't have anything else.
Marcia,
I agree with Jason. I think the planning commission did a great job. And I heard you say that you're totally okay with everything that they put in their permit, all their conditions.
Correct.
And you got the sign off from the fire department people to
Correct.
turn around in your parking lot.
The turning radius,
I
yeah.
think that's great. I think the only fly in the ointment is this, existing gravel, installation of the gravel parking lot. It seems that the conservation agent believes that it was installed after you acquired the property.
There wasn't.
I know, but again, that's what, all we have to go on is what
Right.
he says.
Yeah.
Between 2019 and 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I mean, and maybe he's wrong. If he's
Well-
wrong, then there isn't a serious.
Well, can
well,
I
to go
add
back,
this? So
to
when
go
we.
back to Kevin real quick, it used to be paved.
Yeah, it used to
In
be paved.
19
Now it's-
in
now it's-
1990, it was paved.
Yeah, it used to be impervious.
The
and now
back
it's
was
not.
paved.
I know
So if I could add this, that part of it is, when we got our permit to build, when we built the back garage, so we have 2 offices in the garage in the back building,
Was that in 2019?
that was
18.
18, yeah.
Oh, 18 to 19.
So when we went through that, we went through this whole process already with the number of parking spaces, with per square footage of, so that was already done. That was already mapped out when we got our permit for the back building.
And you
So,
submitted
so
a
that was
site-
included in the plan for that building.
And it
So
was-
we've already been through it,
It was through every department.
yeah.
Again, you're asking me to choose you over, Matt here.
Ye-
You know, and
Yeah.
I don't, you know.
I
for
guess
either one of
I'm
you-
trying not to ruffle feathers, but I feel like it's like, he's trying to, it went through, like, whether someone before him didn't do their job isn't really our fault. I don't want to sound, like I said, I don't want to ruffle feathers, but we already went through this process, and it was approved, and so it's kind of like disconcerting for 6 years later, now they're saying, you bought this property, we've put all this money into this property now, and now, you know, now someone's telling us that we can't do what we initially, like, planned to do with this
And you
property.
got approved by whom? The planning commission?
It was
or the
planning,
zoning
went through
board?
building, went through everything, you know,
And
Board of Health,
conservation?
Conservation, it went through
Again,
everyone's desk.
I believe you, but, you know. it's
I mean,
like
we're not
Ronald
increasing the
Reagan
use of
said,
anything, it's just a different use.
Trust but verify. You know, I mean, if you just show your prior application,
Yeah.
just like.
Yeah, we can provide that, we
That
have
would
the
just
permit,
put the whole
everything,
thing
we
to
can just
bed.
forward it to you, I mean.
You know?
The permit sign off we have as far as that with the final sign off for the whole thing, so.
Can you forward that to me?
Yeah,
Thank
absolutely,
That would seem to put it to bed.
yeah.
I mean, because you're right, it's, if someone else did it, you know, you shouldn't, pay the price.
Yeah.
Bear the pain of it.
Yeah, yeah.
Fair. That's my only
It
comment.
says a recent filing by a neighboring property.
Yeah, so in speaking with the Conservation
They were
Commissioner, he
more.
said Crescent Street, he had somebody was looking to
They
do
were doing,
something
they were
over
trying to do
there.
that 40-unit thing behind, it's basically behind us, that's off like Smith Lane in the back there. I know they've probably been in front of you guys a couple times.
The rooming house?
I don't know.
I don't know, he said it was off Crescent,
It's like
Crescent
off,
Street.
off Crescent or
There's the
Smith Lane.
KDC Center, and then,
I think he said Crescent Street, but I think it's off Smith Lane. There's like a parcel of land.
Yeah, that's off Smith Lane.
Yeah, off Smith Lane, yeah.
So that must have gone through planning board, that didn't come through us.
It's
No.
been shut down a couple
Yeah.
times.
That's,
okay, yeah.
Oh,
So, okay, so
I
they,
think that's where that.
It's behind.
conservation thing came from. Yeah, it's the parcel that's touching our lot. in the
because
rear.
it was
okay.
down, all behind all them houses.
all right. So I guess our only real concern, because it went to planning board, is just a little conservation issue.
Yep.
So I guess in theory, we could condition it in kind of a double-pronged way, because Marcia brought it up in a way that if they could provide a prior permit that said that this is the reason why they put this parking in, the
Yeah.
lot was allowed by someone else, or someone prior board, then that would, you know, possibly satisfies conservation, and if not, maybe conservation ask for, I don't know,
Relocation. or something.
relocation, you know, give us some acreage in the back and, you know, add a little here, or, I don't know, keep it gravel, you know, indefinitely. I don't know the answer to that.
That's probably why it's gravel,
Yeah.
for that reason, because of drainage.
Yep, that's probably.
Okay, I mean, that's it,
what
but the
is.
back is definitely paved,
Yeah.
you know, and that's closer to the wetlands.
Correct.
In the back there.
Yeah.
And, you know, when, turn that into a showroom for the cabinets, that's when all that was changed, which
Right.
was a very long time ago, which you already had to go in before the board to get the
Get the
permits
permit.
for all that.
Yeah, exactly, that's
You know?
basically what I'm getting at.
The only thing I would, you know, condition is that truck offloading or whatever, not on the main road.
Yes,
Yeah.
planning board made sure
Yeah.
of that.
That's in
Yeah.
the, that's the
Yeah.
planning commission.
Yeah,
They were very detailed about
yeah,
what you could and couldn't do. and-
yeah, yep,
All right,
no problem.
so we'll make a motion to close the hearing.
I make a motion to close the hearing.
Make a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone make a motion on how to write this out? No, all right, I'll make a motion to accept the special not even a special permit to change use permit. To change from, I don't even know, what cabinet business to a recreational vehicle dealership. With the condition that if you.
Well, it's
Go ahead,
vehicle sales and service, not just a dealership. They want to do service there too.
All right, so to operate a recreational vehicle
Vehicle
dealership
retail
and
and
service.
Yeah.
with the only real condition, keeping with anything that the planning board put in, and then conditioning that
Conservation.
if you can provide a permit from a prior board
we'll send that right over.
that granted basically what you have on this, on page 2 here of the site plan, then that might be the nail needed, and if not, then going in front of the conservation and hammering out a deal with them.
Alright.
Does that seem fair enough to anybody?
Mm-hmm.
Lane, questions? No. Marcia?
No, that works.
All right, I made the motion, can I get a second?
Second.
You two are like always on tight. All in favor?
Aye.
Very good.
Aye.
Marcia, you aye?
Aye, yes.
Very good, 5 ayes. All right, you got an appeal period, so that's about it. Once it gets filed with, down below, which would be what, about for like a week maybe?
I'm sorry. I can work on it this week.
Yeah, so once she has it done, it gets signed, once it gets stamped, you're good to go, everything else at your peril. That way if it's appealed, you know where it goes from there. All right?
Thank you guys for your time.
Have a good night.
Appreciate it. I'll be in
Thank you.
contact with you.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Oh, that's okay. No worries.
We have no minutes?
No.
Anything else that we need to know about?
Oh, God, I was
Next meeting's what, April? May? No,
No.
April.
No, our
I think
next meeting
beginning of
is
April.
April 3rd.
April 3rd. And that has 4 on the agenda, correct?
We have 4. We have 3 Grandview, 556 Elm, 70 Summer Street, 33 Cushman.
Yeah. No one can be missing.
Wow.
Yes,
It's gonna be.
that's gonna be a power
Bring
pack
dinner.
night. All right,
Yeah, it is.
Make a motion to close tonight?
can I get a second?
Second.
Take care.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, have a good night.